Boxing Wales with Jason Cook. Jay, 6 days out from Prizefighter. How's training been going?
It's been brilliant. It's been the best camp I've had since I come back in 2009.
What have you, well, like, I know since your last fight, you were, which was only in February, you were straight back in the gym.
Yeah, I took a week off. I was back in the gym on a week Monday after. We had in England about the Prizefighter, and there was an opportunity we couldn't turn down, so we just got back in the gym and the call came and we had to accept it.
When was the last time that you went straight back into a training camp so quickly?
I think it would have been my comeback fight, 2009. I fought at Scott Jordan, went back in because I got Prizefighter, then the Lenny Dawes fight, and since then I just took like 3 to 6 months off. It's been silly.
So you've been able to carry over your fitness in that time?
Fitness has been great, you know, different methods that Darren Wilson have been doing, it's been brilliant and I'm loving it.
Going back to your last fight, the knockout win over Tony Pace for the Celtic title, well, what are your thoughts on that, looking back at it?
It wasn't a vintage performance, but I think the punch at the end showed that I still had that. So it was I give myself a C for that, I think, in that performance. I think there was a lot going through my head because of the build-up, you know, the way Pace was running me down, like, you know, a boy that had never been in and done it.
Do you think you showed your power and maybe that's what convinced them to offer you the Prizefighter opportunity? I
think it was just my power. I think I was a bit sensible for once and relaxed when I was fighting. I didn't go looking for the kill. I think the third round I went a bit sloppy, but early on in the fight, I think people seen a different side of me and seen I could box as well on the back foot if need be.
You had, like you touched on, there was a bit of hostility from Tony towards you before the fight, and you didn't seem to enjoy it. I know you had a press day last week in London. What was it like with the other boys then? Great
lads, 7 of the lads are, you know, great boys, fair play, but when it comes to Saturday, it's business at the end of the day and it goes out the pram, like, and 2 hours after that tournament, like, you know, we'd be friends again. That's the boxing fraternity, but 7 lads, all of them, you know, there's a lot of youngsters. I think I'm old enough to be some of their fathers, but, you know, they were a good bunch of lads.
Looking at the lineup, who do you think is the best? Apart from yourself.
In this tournament, anybody can win ace. It's a 3-round shootout, really, but Sam Edgerton got the experience in it. Paddy Gallagher is going to be a threat because of his past amateur background. Eric Ochieng, you know, they're all like Dean Byrne, you know, they've all been there, done it, so it's going to be tough, you know, anybody can win it. It's just on the night, whoever wants it the most, and if I'm going to take what I've done training into that ring, I can't see nobody beating me. You've
got previous experience of Prizefighter. What was it, about 4 years ago?
Yeah, so 4 years ago I fought in the light welterweight, and you know, luckily I came up against Gavin Rees. There was no shame in losing to Gavin, but I think everybody will say if they look at all the past Prizefighters, they never get a mix like that one ever again. Out of the 8 of us, there were 6 of us former British, European and world champions. Like this now, we got a lot of inexperienced lads, and I think they're a little bit wary of me that way.
Have you learned anything, or have you applied anything that you learned from the last time to this time?
Not really. You know, the old training's a bit different. You know, you can't. It's not with training as if you're fighting a 12 or 10 rounder. You've got to change your methods, and that's why you see we do a lot more cardio for this. Like maybe, you know, these other 7 lads, I don't know what their training's going like. I expect they're having great camps, but they could be training for a 10-round war. It's not. You know, you haven't got time to pace yourself in a 3-round war. Can't do it.
It's an important time in a tournament as well when you're not fighting. So in the first half of the tournament you'll have a break, and if you come out, if you're drawn in the second half of the tournament, then you have less of a break.
Yeah, but I'm not worried where I get drawn. If I'm drawn first of that or 8th of that, because I'm confident I could beat any of the fighters on the night. So if I'm first or 8th, you know, I think there's 3 other fights on the bill as well. You know, so they're going to split it up. It's going to be a bit different format to the last time.
I know it was a long time ago, but you know, with like your ABA title win over Mark McRae and the Commonwealth title win, this is going back to that format, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's pretty similar to it. And you know, I know you're going back 20 years now, but you know, in 20 years, I haven't done anything different. I've built, if anything, you know. But as I've got older, I've learned new methods. You know, like Darren's putting me through training. I went to when I was 28, 29 at my peak. Now I'm 39. I'm training like a 25-year-old, you know, it's great.
Style-wise, you normally see boxers either throw a million shots in Prizefighter or they look for power shots. What would your style be?
On the night, it all depends what the opponent's like. If he's coming at you, then you've got to throw leather. You know, you might get the odd one or two boxers are trying to box away. Like, I don't know much about these lads, you know, if they back foot fighters, if they front foot fighters. Like, I'm just going there for the war, so I'm going to be on my front foot, whatever happens.
What do you think will happen, Jace? Will you go looking for knockouts or?
No, it's nice because of the £2 bonus, but you don't go looking for it. The way we've trained is hopefully they'll walk onto one, because I've gone up a weight as well and carrying the weight easy. You know, I haven't had to diet as hard as I've had to in the past. I fit well into the weight, I've carried the power up to the weight, and if somebody walks onto one of them shots, then, you know, it's good night.
The last fight you had was meant to be at light welterweight, ended up at welterweight. Are your days at light welter behind you now?
I know light welterweight. I went at light welterweight 2 years ago. I think the last time I fought at light welterweight would have been Ashley Theophane in July 2011. And, you know, I'm not a light welterweight. I'm a welterweight. I'm massive. I'm big enough for welterweight. The boys there now, I think I'm the second biggest there. You've got Sam Edgerton, the tall boy. But looking at the other lads, you know, I'm the biggest of the lot. Like.
You were speaking off camera, you said how that you treat every fight now like it's your last fight. Can you just explain that on camera?
Yeah, well, you know, I announced my retirement, I think it was the end of November, when I knew I was fighting Tony Pace. It was a bit premature because that training camp for that fight went amazing. You know, this has been better personally. This has been a better camp. So I'm just training every fight as if it's my last, because it's given me that extra push. This could be my last next week. If I'm terrible in it, I'll call it a day, but who knows, I could roll back the years and be like I was 10 years ago, and the show will go on.
6 days left before Prizefighter. What do you do from now until Prizefighter?
Well, that was my last tough session, I think. You know, we'll just slow down. We'll still train, but now it's more about now just controlling the weight and things now. And you know, we don't go over videos, we don't study anything like that. I leave up to Darren if Darren wants to look. We just know things from box rec. But it's just relaxing now and me time in a sense, you know.
Taking many fans up on Friday or Saturday?
I think there's about 40 or 50 going up, yeah. So I'll have a Team Cook crowd there.
Yeah, on the same night as well. It could be a big night for Welsh boxing. Enzo fighting in Germany. Hopefully
Enzo will do the business, you know. I think Enzo got a great chance out there. They're both punchers, and to me, I think it's whoever lands first, really. And I'd love it to be Enzo. I want to wish him the best of luck for that. And same to Lewis Reese and Liam Williams on the bill as well. You know, it's great days for Welsh boxing at the moment. You know, with Lee Selby and everybody else. About Chris Jenkins, it's just amazing. Gary Buckland, like, you know, Gavin Reese is still here.
Most of those boxers you just mentioned are going to be on Matchroom's show in May. Are you hoping to maybe sneak a spot on there?
Let's just, like I said, I'm taking these fights if it's my last. Let's get next Saturday one done with, and who knows, you might see a surprise and you might see me on the 17th.
Alright, well, we wish you the best of luck and thanks for your time today.
Yeah, no problem.
And good luck next week, mate.
Thank you very much, Dave. Cheers.